Hey folks, Jimmy here, aka Palette of the Dead. Welcome back to the channel and welcome back to some more Aeronautica Imperialis painting. This time we're doing the Orkz, Dakkajet fighters and the Fighta bomber planes as well from that base set that I bought not long ago. This video would have been out sooner, but I'm absolutely knackered from work over the past week. Did 5 days on the trot and it was tiring, in all honesty, because I'm having lockdown pretty much off and not being able to work. Before we jump into everything though, I just want to say thank you very much for watching. If you like the videos and you haven't already, hit the subscribe button. If you like the videos, just hit like, and also drop a comment down below. It helps out massively, and the idea is to build a community out of everything really, and help kind of spread and grow. Anyway, I suppose we should just jump into this painting. So these techniques, before we get going, can be used for both the fighter bombers and the Dakkajets. So one clear, fairly quick system for painting up these little aircraft, and it begins like this. So got that light grey base coat, of course, from the spray paint from Wilco's, and just layer over corn red over the entire lot, and it works brilliantly. It'll fit in very well, and it gives you that iconic standard 40k style Orkz kind of look that we want from these vehicles. These vehicles aren't painted in high detail. These are literally done near enough as basic as I possibly could, so don't worry too much. And then layer over Reichland flesh shade to get into all them recesses areas, everything like that. It darkens up every bit of that kind of red, that corn red, and gives it a grimier look to it all, which is exactly what we want. Then once all that is dry, literally layer over Ironbreaker over all the metallic areas and the areas that you want metallic, so like that exposed engine underneath, certain engine covers and the kind of landing gear for the vehicle, the barrels for weaponry, the air intakes, everything like that. Just get it layered up quite well. I will let you know, Ironbreaker doesn't sit very well over corn red, so it's a bit of a pain in the ass, so you can always paint it a bad and black and then go over with the Ironbreaker. Then once the Ironbreaker is dry, non-oil over the entire lot of the metallic areas. You can also, if you want to, I didn't, use a bit of something like Brass Scorpion or something like that over in certain areas to kind of just differentiate different metals that could be used on an Orkz vehicle. And then once everything is dry, pick out all your panels. So all I'm doing here is literally using Wazdaka Red to pick out every individual panel, using a very small brush. This has to be the most time consuming part to the entire model, but don't worry about it, it looks pretty decent. If you thin the paint down too much, it'll look a bit streaky and a bit red, a bit kind of rubbish, but if you go in quite thick, it'll give it a nicer, brighter look. And then over certain areas, to give that a standard Orkz kind of 40k look, I'm using Avalanche Sunset for certain areas, like these little teeth areas. You can also use Flash Gits Yellow if you wanted to as well, and it will get the same effect. However, Flash Gits Yellow, if you use Avalanche Sunset first, will sit a lot better on the model. And then over that top piece of where the kind of the cockpit is, I'm using a bad and black to kind of highlight all the frame for the cockpit. You do that. You can use silver if you wanted to. I personally wouldn't, because you wouldn't have silver frames for aircraft, because sunlight would catch on it and it will blind the pilots and everything like that and make it difficult to see. Anyway, if you use a bad and black, you can literally just paint over the entire lot if you wanted to, and paint the windows white, which work very, very well. It will give it quite a nice look. If you do want to add some more details after painting the windows areas white, use Nilic oxide or apothecary white or something like that, and then go back over the centre part of the windows with a normal white paint as well, and it will work very, very well. It will give you kind of a dirty, grimy edge to the windows, everything like that. That's it, pretty much. Dead simple, very, very quick, very, very easy. If you want to add extra details to it and you fancy it, you can try hand painting flames onto it. So it's got like a flame kind of paint job, which you see in the kind of like the standard artwork from GW, or you can try painting that kind of that black and white checkerboard pattern on the edges of wings, which I've tried to do with one of the planes. It's not great because I'm not very, very steady handed, in all honesty, and I was using a brush that's a little tiny bit knackered. And that's it, dead simple. As I say, you can use the same techniques for both sets of planes. It works very, very well. All your Orkz vehicles can be done in a very, very similar style, and you can add little touches, flourishes as and where you want, like the exposed belt loops and everything like that for from the bullet guns and turrets on the wings of the plane. You can also dry brush some little bits of, say, Ironbreaker along certain edges to give you that kind of like chipped kind of look, and make it look a bit dingier, darker, and a bit more battered if you wanted to. So yeah, dead simple. And that's it. So, as I said earlier, if you like the video, please hit the like button, hit subscribe, drop a comment down below. Mortal Realms is resuming properly this week. There will be a couple of other videos, so I'm going to do another painting video with a couple of slightly converted models, and we're going to go for a different colour scheme on some models as well. So I want to do something slightly different, and there will be some more different things coming in the very near future. Just wait and see, and we'll see what we get. Thank you very, very much for watching. I hope you like the video, and I will catch you next time. Bye bye now.